City today? Anybody?
Diversity. Diversity.
Something that impacts you daily, something that is so important, even though persons may think they have treated it so badly, but it is very, very important.
MTA.
I consider the MTA very important, especially the subway. So today, I will be speaking a bit on the subway. I'll be giving you features that you may overlook when you have passed through and around the subway that are significant and that has meaning in every way that it was intended. Another thing, do you know that the subway in New York City is the oldest and most extensive subway in the world? That's how important it is. It actually started in 1904 with 3 transit companies they went bankrupt, and that's how the MTA actually took over. The 3 companies are the Interborough Rapid Transit, the Brooklyn Manhattan Transit, and the Independent Subway. As much as they have abolished those 3 companies, they are still recognized under A and B division and is still used today. During that time, and even today, the subways have 2 different types of 2 different sizes. You may not have realized, depending on how often you travel, but I'm sure that each and everyone here have used the subway sometime in your life. They have the smaller subway cars and they have the larger ones. The larger ones are not able to go through tunnels where the smaller ones are able to go, but they still are active today and has enabled us to go wherever we want. You should also know, well, you must have known that there are 2 types of service being offered by the subway. You have the express and you have the local. And it is so significant because you may wonder, if you're on the express, wondering why is it going into the middle lane and not going into the outer. That is how it was made to do. For the express trains, they travel in the middle, while the local travel on the outer side, so that they do not have to stop, and they allow the local trains, and for smooth flow, the local trains can always stop while the express can go along. Another significant feature, which, yes, you may notice, the color-coded subways. You know, you have the green, you have the red, you have the orange, you have the yellow, you have the blue. One thing you may not have known, unless you have researched before me, is that there's a new subway coming out. It's a T, and it's light blue. That one will be named the 2nd Avenue Subway. That should be coming out anytime soon. It had started construction in 2009. Another feature, the colored lamppost. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. I'm sure you have traveled the subway every day. It is, it's like a light almost at the entrance when you enter the subway, and it gives a green or a red. The green says that that subway station is open 24 hours, while the red now says it is not open for 24 hours. Another thing which we all can relate to, and it may annoy us so badly that sometimes you want to take something and hit them, are the musicians. But one thing you need to know is that most of the music played within a train station are winners of a competition specifically for that purpose. And each year, at least 70 performers are selected, and at present there are over 150 weekly performances at 25 locations. And however, they are prohibited from performing in the subway cars itself, only on the platforms. The MTA has also allowed freedom of expression. So when you see those annoying people giving speeches, handing you pamphlets, just take it to the kind hearts. You don't have to read it, but just take it to let them feel it, you know, because they are allowed to do that. There are I already told you of the 2 types of subway. Now the most intriguing one for me, and it's kind of gender biased, but I say just take it with a nice heart. The announcements in the trains. Have anyone noticed anything specific about the announcements? No. Nothing? Sexual harassment? No sexual harassment, no?
There's a woman and a man.
Ah, yes. And the reason for that, it is by chance. It was not set for that way. It is by chance is because in society today, people take orders from men, while we take information from women. Therefore, you will hear the men say,
"Stand clear of the closing doors."
Yes, that's correct. Stand clear of the closing doors. While the woman will say, "This is an express A train," and she's giving you information, and you're more receptive to getting information from a female, and more receptive getting orders from a male. That's how it started. I mean, and also one other significant factor that has allowed us to travel is to know that there are over 6,000 cars today in the subway, and that has made it so significant. And so I want you all to take all these features whenever you go into the subway. I did it today when I was coming. I made sure to listen carefully because I've never noticed the difference with the announcement. And I've looked and checked the lamppost to see if my station is a 24-hour, and all these little features that I was able to check before coming here, I did, and it has made a difference to me to know that these things are information for our purposes and for us when we're traveling. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Claudia, for that.